Last year, we did 4 cruises on casino deals. If those 4 cruises, if we had paid outright, out of pocket, the full retail version or booking through a travel agent, it would have cost us $9,796 for all 4. Okay. But what we really paid utilizing the casino deals, now this includes the money that we put into the machines while in the casinos, okay, was $3,516.30. That is a massive savings. Hey cruisers, I'm Jason, one of the faces behind Monkey Love Travel, helping you cruise smarter, laugh louder, and travel happier. And today we're talking the Casino Royale on Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas. So let's start with, why do casino programs really matter? Most cruisers do not utilize it to their advantage. Most cruisers even ignore the casino altogether, and that is fine. If that is for you, absolutely. But if you're someone who likes cruising often and you are looking for a way to possibly, get discounted cruises, even free cruises, free drinks, free play, of those things, then the casino program is going to be one of the best tools in your back pocket if used properly. So we don't gamble on land at all, okay? The only time we gamble is when we are cruising. And the only reason we do that is because of the rewards programs. So I'll be honest with you, if the cruise lines didn't have these reward programs, we would not be gambling. We are just not gamblers. So let's briefly talk about how the casino program works for Royal Caribbean. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are putting your CPass card either in the machine or you're tapping it on the machine. Okay, depending on which ship you're on, some require you to insert it into the slot machine, and some of them require you to tap it on the machine. If you're playing the table game, you're going to be required to give your CPass card to the dealer or the host of that table. So for slot machines, it's going to be every $5 you cycle through that machine is going to be worth 1 point. Okay, those are for your normal slot machines. If you're playing, video poker, it's going to be $10 for every 1 point. Now, table games work a bit differently. Table games are a combination of time played time played along with your average bet per hour. So they will calculate your points based on that. So getting back to slot machines, and that's where we tend to focus all of our effort. So the more money that you cycle through the machine, the more points you're going to get, okay? But with that said, you want to make sure that you are playing with a budget. Okay, again, this is gambling, so there's no guarantee, your money's you're going to recoup your money, or your money's going to get you exactly the amount of points you want. It's about being smart, and it's about being responsible with your budget. Do not go in, playing with money that you can't afford to lose. And like I said earlier, these points that you're accumulating can lead to free drinks in the casino, cruise offers for free cruises or discounted cruises, free play. They do get creative with these rewards offers, and they can be very competitive at times. And here's something that a lot of cruisers just don't realize. The casino offers you get from one cruise line can often be utilized to leverage cruises for another cruise line. These are called casino match programs, and there are a lot of different cruise lines that offer these programs that are available to you, and we've utilized them ourselves. These are a great way to get onto different cruise lines without paying full price for cruises. So let me ask you a question. If your casino could unlock cheaper cruises, discounted cruises, or even comp cruises without spending more money, would that be something you're interested in learning? Because there's a strategy behind all of this, behind all the casino rewards, that is. But most cruisers never take the time to fully understand it or how it works. So what we've decided to do to help you out and break it down is we are creating a casino class where we're going to break down exactly how all of this works, the strategies we use to maximize casino points and offers across the different cruise lines. I'll be sharing real world examples, exactly what kind of offers we get, the kind of money we spend to get these offers, the strategies we use in the casinos, and how all these offers can really stack up to allow you to cruise more often. I'll give you an example. Last year we did four cruises on casino deals, okay? If those four cruises, if we had paid outright, out of pocket, the full retail version or booking through a travel agent, it would have cost us $9,796 for all four, okay? But what we really paid utilizing the casino deals, now this includes the money that we put into the machines while in the casinos, okay, was $3,516.30. That is a massive savings. So I come back to, again, if this is something that interests you and you want to learn how we do this and how we can save so much money cruising, if you want early access, bonus resources, and first dibs when the class opens, then head on over to our website and sign up for the mailing list. I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go back to talking more about Royal Caribbean's Casino Royale and Odyssey of the Seas. So this is actually one of my more favorite casinos. I mean, it's smack dab in the middle of the ship. It's even got a stairway that'll lead you up to the Royal Esplanade. So it's easy access. You can get to it from both ends of the ship, right in the middle of the ship, and it has a really nice layout. Now, it can get very busy in the evenings. The non-smoking side, we didn't have any problems with not really smelling smoke on the non-smoking side. The smoking side in the evenings can get a bit smoky, of course, but they do a good job with the smoke eaters and stuff like that of containing it. They did also have a good selection of games, nice variety. We ended up doing a couple slot pulls. I'll give you an example. I'll put one up here of the machines we were playing for those. And we have a fantastic time doing slot pulls. So if you're ever on one of our sailings and you want to join in on our slot pulls, we have a ball. Now they didn't have some of the newest games, but they had a decent selection of somewhat new to somewhat experienced. They had a lot of Dragon Links. They had plenty of Huff and Puff games. They had the Devil's Lock, which is one of our favorites, and the Coin Trio machines. So they do a good job at providing a good variety and mix of games. Now we're not much of table game players, but in the evenings the tables were always very busy. So on this particular sailing, they require you to tap your CPAX card, which is fantastic. You tap it. You want to make sure it registers so you get credit for your play. It was always very clean. They did a great job maintaining it. Matter of fact, on our sailing, since it was over New Year's, the one day they went through and kind of updated all the machines with the new hand pay laws. So if you remember previously, it was anything over 1,500 or over was considered a hand pay. Now it's anything $2,000 and over is considered a hand pay. So they were adjusting all those games while we were there on our sailing, so which was cool. So one of the things I also really liked about this casino was that they had the bar inside the casino. So if you have a drink package, you're more than welcome to get it there. If you're prime status for Royal Caribbean, you can also get your drink there at the bar. There were always people going around taking care of you as far as your servers. Make sure you tip your servers, by the way. So we were never really, hunting for a drink when we wanted one. They did a very good job at taking good care of you. The casino hosts were always very helpful, and the slot techs were always on top of any games that had issues. So they did a fantastic job, and it was always very clean. So now a few downsides to the casino. Like I said, in the evenings, it can get very, very busy. Some of the walkways can tend to get clogged up because there's a lot of people either watching other people play or trying to get in or waiting for spots to open up on different things. One of they had like a bank of 6 or 7 Dragon Link games, and they were always busy. So there was usually people waiting to get onto those. My suggestion is, if it's something you want to do, get in early, earlier in the day to get to play those, because in the evening they were packed. Matter of fact, I believe there was one evening where someone hit a $99,000 grand jackpot, which was pretty awesome. Now, again, when you are playing these casinos, you got to remember that this isn't free money. It's going to cost you some money, all right? But the idea behind it is to gamble responsibly, gamble smart, not go over your budget. Don't chase jackpots. If a machine doesn't seem to be doing what they call return to player, just cash out and move to another one and try that. So it's about maximizing your budget. So just to recap, a couple tips here. Make sure you're always tapping your CPass card so you're going to get credit for your play. Make sure you tap again when you're leaving that machine. If you have any questions, make sure you're contacting your casino host. They're always very helpful. Make sure you set a gambling budget. Do not go above that budget. Make sure it's money that you can afford to lose if you're not so lucky. So in other words, know when to walk away. Know when to hold 'em. Make sure you tip your drink servers and they'll take good care of you. Another tip that we have is to spread your play across the entire cruise, not just a single night. And this is something we'll get into in the class, is what they call return to player. And it's based on a lot of different algorithms, and how long you're playing, the amount of your bet, things of those nature. We will even introduce you to an app that we use, that a friend of ours created, that we use to track our gaming, which games, how long we played, our budget in each game, if we won anything. We'll discuss those things as well. So overall, my opinion of Casino Royale's on Odyssey of the Seas, is it worth it? In my opinion, it absolutely is. And just to kind of give you a little bit of a story, and so that was our first and last cruise of 2025 on Royal. Typically, we do a few more than that on Royal, but we've been busy trying to explore other cruise lines as well. So we needed to get to 2,500 points in one cruise. That's so that we can keep our prime status for next year. Okay, so we were prepared to take $1 per point. That was what we were hoping our budget would be. So in other words, we took $2,500 to achieve 2,500 points. All right. No, they do not equate. Okay. So if you're figuring it based up on, like I said earlier, it's going to be $5 for every 1 point. $2,500 doesn't equate. Okay. This is just what we were hoping to achieve. And honestly, we did do it. We got 2,510 points, and our out-of-pocket expense for this cruise was $900. So essentially, it cost us $900 to get 2,500 points. Now, again, that's cycling through our winnings that we had. All right, so this was really for us to maintain our status of prime for the next year. So for our type of play and what we wanted, the casino was absolutely worth it, because it's going to save us money in the future to get on more cruises. So leave us a comment below if you are a Casino Royale patron. Do you utilize the casino program to your advantage? Do you get comps? Are you interested in getting comps? Do you want to know more? Just leave us a comment below and tell us what you think. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. It goes a long way into helping us provide more content for the future. And if you did find this interesting and you want to know more about the casino on Odyssey of the Seas, you can check out this full tour video right here. And until next time, Seize the day.